So, Katie-Jayne Swallow from Families Destroyed by This Day, and I'm here with
Joseph Blair. Me and Bobby campaign for child rape and all aspects basically of child abuse in the country. I first met Katie whenever I seen her Facebook feeds, and whenever me and Bobby went to Salford. We went to Salford to support Katie because Katie fights for forced adoption, and she does her job really well in Manchester. We take interest in different groups because we all fight basically for the same thing, but there's so many issues out there. We've decided all to come together so that we can basically wake the nation up and open people's eyes to the wrongs that are going on in this country. Katie's a good patriot. Tracy Blackburn a good patriot, and we've got loads of other patriots out there that we all need to unite with. We've already united with quite a few, and basically what we're doing is waking the nation up, the public up, to all the atrocities that happen to basically innocent children. And that's what we fight for, that's what we do. And Katie can tell you a bit more about what she fights for, because she's more experienced in what she fights for. I fight for rape of children, because we were raped as children. But Katie, all the patriots, we all fight for different agendas, but we all unite as one, and that's what we've done now. So over to you, Katie.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. I completely fell victim to the state. It took a lot for us all to realise that's what brought us together, but it is. And I mean, since I've come into the cause, I've had it drilled into my head that one thing that's going to change the system is the parents of forced adoption coming together with the children of forced adoption. I know it from the parent side of it, and the people I work with know it from the parent side of it. You know, obviously Joseph knows it from the children's side of it, and it's one of the things that actually brings us together because they're fighting to stop the abuse from happening to their future kids and to the kids that are already in the system because they were those kids. We're fighting to stop what happened to Bobby and Joseph happening to our kids who have been taken and put into that system. Sorry. So we are all fighting for the same cause. But yeah, the purpose of the video of what we're doing today is basically we turn it into a bit of a chinwag, getting to know each other, where we come from, and doing it in a casual way because that's, well, the easiest way to do it. It teaches us about each other and obviously viewers about us. So obviously there's a lot to us than just the campaign as well. Like you've been the one multiple times to tell me I need to take a break every now and again. I need to go de-stress. Yeah. I know you do something as well to go de-stress.
We all do. We all need to de-stress because whenever you've lived with rape in your life, which me and Bobby did and a lot of other victims do, we can't run and hide in a corner and pretend that this never happened. We have to live with that every single day of our lives. I've got my good days, I've got my bad days. The public don't see me when I have my bad days, the same as Bobby or other victims out there. On a personal note, the public don't see me jumping out of bed at stupid o'clock in the morning because I've had a flashback. They don't see me waking up in cold sweats. They don't see my pain. I hide that pain behind a smile because of what I fight for. I get the strength to carry on because of the lovely comments and the lovely feedback that we get for saving children's lives. That's what keeps us fighting. But we all still need what we call our downtime. Yeah, it's all right us being out on the streets and talking about the atrocities that's going on every single day day in and day out. People see me drinking. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not a registered alcoholic. I get my blood sats done every 6 months. I self-medicate on Carling. Yeah. Now and again, I'll get a couple of vodkas down my neck or whatever. But yeah, I'm not right. My blood sat, the last blood sat that I had done was what, 2.4. An alcoholic is in the 70s and 80s and 90s. Yeah. So I've had people even say to me, "Why are you doing a live video and you're drinking?" Yeah. Having the Carling makes me open up. It lets me talk in depth, not full depth. Yeah.
I've got a comment to anyone who has a comment about you and Bobby drinking. At the end of the day, yeah, I've been on multiple campaigns with you. I've watched your videos God knows how long. I've looked up to you and aspired to be like since I first started watching your videos. You're never drunk. You're never excessively drunk. You're never going slumbering around all over. You're never making a fool of yourselves. And at the end of the day, if anyone wants to fucking comment, then try and walk your shoes. Try and walk in your shoes down the path that you were forced down and see where they end up and see if they are as well composed and as lovely and as kind and as amazing as the two of you are. I've never seen anything other than two respectable gentlemen, and people's judgments and people's comments are just that. They're people's. They're theirs. They can keep it to themselves. If you have nothing nice to say, they shouldn't say anything at all. At the end of the day, you two have been through absolute hell of that and come through it and are helping other people through the darkness still. You touched on what people don't say about the night sweats and about the nightmares. That's something that I've noticed a lot of people are shying away from, myself included, in talking about. But it's a reality of what we have to face. It's a reality of actually what makes us who we are. Because our bad turns, we can learn from them and they can take us over and destroy us, or we can learn from them and use them to actually boost us. But it's not an easy ride going through it. It never is an easy ride. And I can't even imagine what it's like going through the nightmares and reliving everything like that again.
It's like Lizzie here, right? She sees me for what I am every day. Yeah. I told her right from the word go, I don't want to be a problem to you. Yeah. I upset her because of the way that I am. I pushed her away. Yeah. When all she wants is love, I push her away. Don't touch me. People like us who've been raped and abused, it messes your relationships all your life. And people don't see the full effect of the damage that's been done to you as a child. It continues with you all your life. We don't want it to. I'm a kind-hearted person. I'm a gentle person. In all honesty, I'm a loving person. But whenever certain things come up, it's that push away thing that a lot of people don't understand. Yeah. You're not pushing the people that love you away because you want to. Yeah. It's that you get the feeling that you're being smothered.
It's that wall that you built up to protect yourself. As soon as someone gives you that little bit extra love that oversteps and just comes over that wall a bit, if you notice it as it's coming over, it re-alerts you to what happened, what could have happened, or what did happen, or it does have that mental effect where that wall that you've built up to protect yourself, sometimes you can't control if it comes down, or you can't control if it stays up.
Yeah, well, it's even like the most natural thing. Whenever you're in bed with your boyfriend or you're in bed with your missus, yeah, because of the anxiety that I have and the panic attacks that I have. I've got severe panic attacks and anxiety. I've also got combat-related PTSD. If Lizzie, through no fault of her own, puts her arm around me, right, which is a natural thing to do, right, I feel that I'm being suffocated and closed in, and my breathing starts to go, and I'm like, oh, fucking leave me alone. I just want, what? Even that, it's hard to explain that to people. That there's something that's so natural and so loving. Yeah,
It can also
you're
be
not,
satisfying.
and you're not doing it because you're a nasty git, right? You're doing it because of what's in here mentally.
It's been embedded in your head.
Exactly. And like I said, me and Bobby have to live, and the other victims who've been raped and abused, we have to live with our nightmares every single day of our lives. And we can't run away and hide and pretend that it never happened, because we know that it did. But for people involved in our lives, yeah, especially people that you do love and care for, yeah, the effect that it has on them, yeah. I say to Lizzie, I don't know why you're still with me. Yeah, because I push her away a lot of times. And that's only because of my mindset and what's there. I'm not doing it intentionally. I don't
No, but
mean it.
she does, and that's one of the things that makes her so amazing. I mean, it's one of the things that I do eventually want to cover with you, and it's obviously the women that keep you and Bobby going.
Yeah, but like I said, it's in a way it's selfish, in a way that it isn't. You know what I mean? Whenever we were being groomed and we were being raped by priests, uh, our rape case was one of the worst rape cases that ever come out of Northern Ireland. Where we had priests, the De La Salle Christian brothers, that come over to you, and put their arms around you as a young child, to give you a cuddle. You thought that was love and a cuddle. It wasn't. Yeah. So in my subconsciousness, yeah, whenever, regardless of how many relationships I've had or who I've actually been with, yeah, it's always been the same issue, that when somebody puts their arms around me, yeah, it goes back to that, yeah. And don't get me wrong, it's something that you just can't brush off. I know that Lizzie's not putting her arms around me, though, to cause me harm, or she's doing it because she loves me.
And
And
your instincts just react.
it's just bodily instinct with us, because we were raped and abused every single day. Yeah. On our sats that come out on our case, me and Bobby were raped between 15 to 20 Christian brothers and priests. What didn't come out until our court case was one brother might have raped me and Bobby 5 or 6 times. A priest might have raped me and Bobby 4 or 5 times. So whenever you look at the stats on that, from 15 to 20, we were being multiply raped in a horrible way in front of each other as well. I've always said that I would rather, I know it's a horrible thing to say, yeah, but I would rather have been raped on my own, and that says a lot. I wouldn't wish rape on nobody, but whenever you're being held in one bed in the same room, and your brother's being held down on another bed, and you can hear each other's screams while you're being raped, it's not a nice thing. I've had so many. I've had 16 ODs. I've cut my arms to bits. I didn't want to live with them memories, but I turned the negativeness into positiveness whenever I started fighting for children, because I know what it's like to suffer that pain. I know what it's like to have to live your everyday life, in normal life, uh, with the pain that never goes away. Um, it's soul destroying, it's family destroying, uh, and no matter what in your life, all you can do is plod on. And I took all the anger, and Bobby did, and the difference between us, me and Bobby are not there to harm anybody on the outside. Our pain, our suffering is directed inwards to us. So
Yeah.
that's why that's why I self harm. It's not about hurting other people. Um,
It's
and
self abuse.
it is exactly. Uh, but
Yeah,
like
I know what you feel, what it feels like.
we've came round that circle, yeah, and it's still hurtful today, yeah. Uh, like I said, we've got trolls that turn round and say, "Oh, did you like it up the arse? Did you like sucking his dick?" This, that, and the other, yeah. And when you
This is
listen
what,
to
yeah, they're on about children.
exactly,
I
yeah.
mean,
But because
I was saying, sorry.
sorry, because we talk about it at our age now, people are not looking at us as children no more. They're looking at us as adults, yeah. We see it through a child's eyes. They don't. They look at me and Bobby as two grown adults now. Yeah. But if we were stood on a stage as 12 years of age whenever we were being raped and abused, what way would they look at it then? Do you know what I mean? Would they just look at you, you're an adult, yeah? And why are you talking about this? Do you know what I mean? And it's the people that say, why are you talking about this? Right? That are arrogant to rape up and down this country of children, innocent children, week in and week out. And that's why we want to change it, because it's gone on too long.
It's a perception of things. I mean, Sharon came down a few days ago, and me and Sharon were talking about, obviously, when we both met. Yeah, you and Baba, obviously separate times. And I was saying to her how one of the things that made me want to come and meet you more than anything is the fact how the way I see it is, if you go through it from the parents' side of forced adoption, or a woman's side of abuse, or a man's side of abuse, then that's your perception in the cause. That's what you are in the cause. That's who you are in the cause. And I'll be honest, like when you and Bobby speak, I don't look at you and see the men you are there when you're talking. I don't, because and this is what people need to do as well when they go in. They need to understand who it is that's talking, because the person that stood there in the campaign isn't an abuse victim. That's a survivor.
Yeah.
You are children of abuse. So every time you're up there, every time you're speaking, I try and see you as the children telling your story as children.
Yeah.
And I've got the absolute utmost respect for not just you, but Sharon Binks, Tracy Blackwell, so many people, because if you look at them for what made them, you'll find out who they are. And you treat them that way, they'll help you in the way that it's meant to be there. I don't know if you understand or not. I'm rambling a bit.
What you're saying. And it's like, well, we've got what they call big hearts. Yeah. And our big hearts are open to innocent children. We decided whenever we came through with this that we would be the voice and the innocence of the children who can't talk like we can, who haven't lived their lives yet and too scared to talk, because they're still vulnerable, they're still hurting. Everything to them is still raw. Yeah. So me and Bobby decided, all right, then we will be their voice. Um, it, we suffered for years before we came out with the truth in the end. Because it's not a nice thing to turn around to anybody and say that you've been raped and abused.
I think anyone who's genuinely like been pushed into this cause. None of us actually want to be doing it. None of us actually want to be the ones that are out there. The only reason I started doing videos and doing protests is because I learned how many parents have actually gagged.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say how many parents aren't gagged, because there's genuinely only a handful, and no one was really speaking out about it. You had the odd few in the odd towns, which fit the statistics with parents that weren't gagged. And then you've got children of abuse now with the law in place stating children in care can't report their abuse. I mean, how are kids in care supposed to survive now?
Yeah, exactly. You can turn around with the kids in care, yeah, and what happens in the system, because I've been in it, yeah. When these kids start rebelling because they haven't got their mum and dad around, yeah, what happens to the innocent children? They start to go against the system that they're put into, yeah, because they're crying out for their mum and dad, yeah. They can't understand why they're there. What happened? What did we do wrong? Yeah. Excuse me. And it's always the innocent children that are the victims. Yeah. Does my mum and dad not love me no more? Have they abandoned me? Yeah. The mental scars that leaves on you as a child is unbearable.
And one thing that's been brought up in the admin at the minute is the brainwashing that social use on children. And I've witnessed it myself with my son, where my son's randomly come out with words he's never heard of before and things that didn't happen, just randomly in conversation, dead proud and happy of it.
Yeah.
And that's where you see the psychological part of it. Of, hang on a minute, how can you say one thing while you're completely happy and excited? Well, that's because you've done right. That's because someone's told you to say it, and if you say it, you'll get a treat, and you've said it, so now you're going to get a treat. But you'll obviously the children's side of it, brainwashing.
Yeah, but even Katie, when we were talking about that last night, you, me, and Sharon, and Luke and that, why is it schools? Yeah, want young children to start masturbating. Yeah, what's that about? They're introducing children to sexuality. Yeah. Why are they doing that? These children don't even know what it is.
I think these teachers that are teaching sex education, teaching children, babies, and say, I know they're not actually babies. 6 years isn't babies, but still they are our babies. Teaching them to masturbate. If you are teaching children to masturbate, you are a paedophile. You are a paedophile.
Yeah.
You are teaching children to masturbate and teaching children about sex is exploiting them, it's grooming them, and it's pedophilic.
Yeah. And then, like I said, it's disgusting because, you know, children at that age, they don't know about sexuality, they don't know about sex things. And a lot of parents, yeah, wouldn't be turning around to their children and going, oh, when you go to bed tonight, when they tuck you into bed tonight, crack on, masturbate. Yeah. So who gives the schools the right to actually do that? Yeah. If I was a parent, well, I am a parent, but my children have grown up. Yeah. What I would be doing, any school that wants to bring that in, I'd be boycotting every school in this country. Yeah. To stop that from happening. Right. Whenever you want to discover that as a child, which you will, yeah, you do it in a natural way as you get older. Yeah. Not at this age. But I look at that as, like I said, and Katie said, yeah, if you're being taught that, then what about the bad man? What about the bad woman that wants to abuse you? Oh, wait a wee minute, I'll masturbate in front of you because it's not so bad. Really? Yeah. Do you know what I mean, kid? You're covering up a child abuse.
They're encouraging it between the teaching children who are old enough to consent about consent.
Yeah. It's wrong all day. It wouldn't be, if any school in this country wants to teach your children to do that, then that school should be boycotted. All the parents should be turning around to the headmasters, headmistresses, the whole lot, school board, and going, no, you're not. I want my children to discover all that out for themselves as they get more mature. Not have it forced on them the same way they're forcing agenda on children. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your sexuality. Whether you want to be gay, whether you want to be a lesbian, or whether you want to be straight. That's down to every single child, yeah, to form their own identity.
As they grow up and they learn who they are. I mean, it takes decades to, well, not decades, but, well, yeah, decades, it takes decades to learn who you are and to get to know who you really are, because we're always evolving and we're always learning. So we're always needing to really learn everything. I mean, not many adults actually understand their emotions. Something that sounds so simple isn't, because I mean, when I first got the kids taken from me, I learned a whole new emotion, and then I had to regulate all my anger, my sadness, my grief. I had to regulate all of that and learn how to recognize it, to learn how to cope with it and live with it. And some people don't. That's why you see people who go on road rages, or see red constantly and go out. I mean, that's an emotion that they've not regulated, so they don't know how to.
Exactly. And like I said, Katie, yeah, we're all, even as parents, yeah, or even us growing up in our 20s, 30s, whatever, yeah, that was down to us as adults, as say, mature teenagers or whatever you want to call it, right, to discover your own sexuality, yeah, not have it enforced on you, yeah, which the schools are trying to do now. Yeah. Does it matter whether you're a boy or a girl? Does it matter whether you're bisexual? Does it matter? Yeah. These things will come in your life gradually, and we deal with that as growing up. It's part of your life. Yeah. But like I said, to introduce that into your schools, yeah, wrong, all day wrong, because if you got a school that was turning around to basically all the, say, schoolgirls uh, saying about, just as an example, lesbian, yeah, then basically they're encouraging half them girls to turn lesbian. The same way, if they wanted it about in a boys' school where they were promoting to be gay, then no. It's down to each individual person to find out what their own sexuality is, not having them forced on you by a school. And when you look at the exams that the kids have to do these days at school, fuck me, it's hard, sorry for swearing, it's hard enough for children to cope with that, yeah, than have all this thrown on at them as well. So what's the authorities doing it? Why are they thinking?
Have you noticed how they've actually changed the education system now?
Yeah.
Even though all these years it's been one thing, all of a sudden they've changed the whole subject. They've changed everything they're doing at the curriculum, everything, especially math. They've completely changed it. That's to shut parents out, to stop parents from actually being able to help the kids with their homework, from being able to do anything with the kids. And I'm sorry, but 2 + 2 will always equal 4, no matter how you get to the answer. 2 + 2 will always equal 4. Doesn't matter how many extra numbers, letters, or whatever you throw in there, it's still going to equal 4.
Whenever you look at it, even from a different aspect, yeah, that it can.
I am still there, by the way.
That it can introduce male open toilets, the urinals in London. Now, from an abused victim, right? That's fucking Flasher's paradise. Yeah. What's going to be next? Well, they're going to have open toilets for women to piss in. Yeah.
That'd be perfect for them.
Exactly. But this is, how can you, right? If I wanted a wee, I would find an alley, I would find a door, a discreet place to have a piss in. Yeah. So why is it all right now as a man to go to one of the urinals and have a piss in? If you were a flasher, yeah, you can have kids walking past. Well, I don't get the thought that went into that. I don't get the government's agenda that agreed to it. Yeah. What's next? Yeah.
No, it's out of, shouldn't be putting them there though. I as a grown woman do not want to go down the street seeing that. I don't. It's unhygienic. It's rude.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful, and it's indecent exposure. And they've got them outside of pubs.
Yes. Yeah. What, like I said, what are they going to do next? Are they going to have troughs so that women can actually pull their knickers down or skirt up or jeans down and be sitting pissing in public? Yeah. What? I just don't get the government's thought around it. Yeah. But
no, they're putting anti-homeless things in bus shelters and on benches and everywhere they can to stop homeless people from getting there. But then they're putting those toilets outside of the streets, in between these benches. You've got the benches, the open urinals, and then the homeless here. You're going to get a bunch of piss lads coming out and going, why piss there when I can piss on them?
Exactly. Yep. And it's a sad, cruel world, and it's not us, the genuine people, that are making England shit. It's the government that are making this country shit. Yeah. And you know, Katie, I can speak up for the children because I've been raped and abused as a child. Yeah. But I'm also an ex-vet. I speak up for the vets as well. And what the government are doing to the vets in this country is beyond me. Yeah. All World War One, World War Two veterans would be turning in their graves to see what's happening to this country right now, where the vets are concerned. It's disgusting. Vets on the streets, vets committing suicide up and down and across the breadth of this country, week after week after week. What I've said it many times. What recruitment record for the British Army? We've got some of the best fighting forces in the world in this country. But guess what? The government changed it. Go and fight. Swear your allegiance to the Queen. Go and fight, which we send you to fight. Yeah. And when you come back, we'll shaft you left, right, and centre. You will not get the help and the guidance that you need. You will be made homeless, and that's your service for Queen and country. Wrong, all day long. Yeah. And like I said, for me, it's a double whammy because I've got what happened to me as a child, and I've got what happened to me as a vet. Yeah. So when I talk about it, yeah, I'm talking about it from, say, like both sides of the coin. And it's absolutely disgusting. If I had my choice, and this is my personal choice, not everybody's, I would go into Parliament and I would drag every single one of the bastards out of Parliament and throw them out onto the street. Yeah. They don't deserve to have the jobs that they've got. They're not serving the country. They're not doing what's good for the country. They would rather have vets die. They would rather have children suffer They want people to still go to food banks who are actually working to feed their children, going to a food bank. And that's a mother and father on fucking 0 hours, yeah, having to do that just because.
And that's another link in how we meet as well, because social services are targeting and now started targeting food banks. So if you use a food bank, the services will be looking into you. I don't know if they'll be in touch yet, but you might get a knock on the door saying there's been a phone call reported. Don't let them in. It could be social workers making their own referral. Well, this is another way in where we link, because our families are being targeted. I mean, I'm an ex-pads brat. So, yeah.
But they do that because if you as a parent have to go to your food bank because you're on 0 hour contract, yeah, you're abusing your children. So we'll take your children off you because you're not feeding them right. Yeah, it's all a big scam. Yeah, any excuse that they can give or get to take innocent children off loving current parents, they'll do it. Yeah, they do it every day, every week. Yeah. Instead of taking the children off their parents, why hasn't social services, why hasn't the government turned around and says, well, what we'll do then, right? We'll implement a care plan for that family, yeah, so that they can keep the children rather than take them, yeah. The government haven't
that.
Rather, you know what I mean, though?
Yeah, I know exactly. That's what this. I mean, that's what they're supposed to do. That's what they say to everyone that they do. But when you actually look at it, it's cheaper for them to rush through for adoption, and it brings them in more revenue. It costs them an absolute bomb to actually keep the family together, because then the money doesn't go back into the system. If it results in your kid going up to adoption, then it's just the system feeding the system. And the thing is, people need to learn their rights and need to know what they can and what they can't do, and what they're entitled to do, what they're not entitled to do, and not get taken for fools like I did and a few other people did.
Yeah.
We had nothing to hide, so come in and have a look for yourself. We've got fuck all. But in reality, all they needed was to come in and have a conversation.
Yeah. And whenever you look at social services, yeah. Now, yeah. I haven't got it here at Lizzie's, yeah. Me and Bobby, yeah. We're at I keep saying college.
University.
We're not at college. We are at university. Birmingham University. We are retraining or training new social services, not council, new social services. I'm a lecturer, me and Bobby, at Birmingham University. We're putting our input as children who were raped and abused, children who the system let down. Now, whenever we do our conferences, yeah, we're talking to very young people that are studying 3 or 4 years, 5 years, to be working in the social services. So what me and Bobby do, we tell them the wrongs that's been done, the letdowns, the cover-ups. We tell them everything. And this was a job that me and Bobby never seen coming. Yeah. But because social services knew me and Bobby, yeah, when they were watching our videos, and believe me, yeah, they know. See, when I say corrupt social services, council social services, yeah, like we did in Salford, Katie, yeah, they watch that and they support what we do, yeah, because whenever you're training social workers, yeah, it's down to them whether they want to be private social workers or whether they want to be council, right? So me and Bobby decided, yeah, we'll do it then. Yeah, because we wanted to get an inside plan into how the system's wrong, why it's wrong. What we all had the meeting. Lizzie was with us at the university. And me and Bobby had a lot to say about it. Yeah. So they turned round to me and Bobby and asked us, would we give our input into social services to get the system right? Because me and Bobby were honest and said, as far as social services is concerned at the minute, you're all shit. Your name's crap. Yeah. What you're doing is totally out of order. Yeah. We told them all the mistakes. Yeah. So now, yeah, me and Bobby lecture at social service in the university. Yeah. We're telling them the mistakes, how it went wrong, the impact that it has from a victim's point of view, how we were let down, how that letdown has made us suffer all our lives. So we're giving them a bigger insight from a victim's point of view into the mistakes that were all made. And we're telling them, don't make these same mistakes. We want to see a total reform in social services. And the only way that we can do that, yeah, is to do what me and Bobby's doing. If we all sat and done nothing, yeah, then I want to see that system change. I want to see it get better, yeah. So, like I said, me and Bobby did not see it coming, yeah, and we're not, and Lizzie will tell you, yeah, we're not by no means having the wool pulled over our eyes, because we still say it, yeah. Where I see social services making mistakes, yeah, I will expose it. I will go to that social services like we did with you, Katie, yeah, and we all stood outside that place, yeah. And you've heard me when they were all laughing out the windows to us. I was calling them all the bastards under the sun, yeah. So was a lot of other people, but yeah, they know that me and Bobby are very open, and when we see wrong, we will go and expose that wrong. So they know who they're dealing with. They watch your videos. They know what me and Bobby are about. And I said, we're going to keep doing it. Because I'm here, doesn't mean to say that I'm changing. I'll keep fighting all the way. I got to go for a pedal. I'll be back in a sec.
So, Unity for Our Children, the YouTube channel. So it's a channel that we're all putting together, multiple channels, multiple campaigners, multiple YouTubers, all coming together on one channel to help spread their own word from their own platforms and to unite for the children, because we've all got different ways of doing it. We've all got different ideas, different ways of campaigning, different ways of spreading our message. And obviously, Joe and Bobby will be joining us as well on Unity for Our Children, which is why we've done this video. And we were just talking about before we started the recording about why Unity for Our Children is so important and why it is so critical.
Yeah. And all of us, no matter whether you're Big John, whether you're Arlene, whether you're Tracy Blackwell, whether you're Tinky Joe, whether you're Sharon, whether you're Charmaine, whether you're Katie, whether you're me and Bobby, yeah. We all fight for our causes. Whether you're a vet, you fight for your causes, yeah. Now, it's time for us all to unite as one big unit, yeah, where we can put all our issues over to the government and get them addressed. There's no point in doing it separately. There's no point in turning around and going, well, I'll go to that, I'll go to this. Yeah. We have to unite as one, because the more of us that's there, the stronger we stand together, the bigger we get heard. Yeah. And it's been getting said for a couple of years now about uniting. Now it's time to unite. All the in-house arguing has got to stop. All the bitchiness has got to stop between individual groups, and that's including the vets groups, which has been happening their campaign. Yeah, we need to put our differences to the side, unite as one, and get this message over very clearly to the government that we've had enough. And the only way that we'll ever achieve that, yeah, is united. I'm sick of saying it. Katie's sick of saying it. We all are. But in our hearts, the true patriots know we have to unite as one.
We like that. I mean, we all have our individual campaigns, individual pages, like you, it's Justice for Bobby and Joseph Blair, big Blair twins. With me, it's Families Destroyed by the State. With Sharon Binks, it's Justice for Women and Children. No one's asking anyone to walk away from those platforms. No one's asking anyone to walk away from those causes. All Unity for Our Children is asking, all we're asking, is to give us a bit of time here and there when you can, and come and join us. Come and put some of your content on ours platform. If it's children focused, if it's state focused, if it's justice focused, you want to extend your platform, put it on ours as well. Put it on Unity for Our Children, because we are all fighting as one team. And that way, with it all being in one place, we all get to know each other, we can all work with each other, and we can all help each other get our message heard. And it's what's needed, which is one of the reasons why we're going to be working together. Same with Sharon Binks and a multitude of other campaigners, including Thisiszeronews as well, who is absolutely amazing. Some of the work that Thisiszeronews has done is above and beyond. And he, honestly, as can't wait to actually introduce you to him properly. He is on one of our chats together, though. But he is a tech wizard, just like Jason Tyler.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. 100. I'm just moving this light over because it looks dark.
He did go a bit dark.
No, I get it fully. Yeah, and like I said, yeah, it doesn't matter what form or what part of life you come from. Yeah, we need to unite. It's not just about me and Bobby. It's not just about Katie. It's not just about Sharon Binks. It's not just about Tracy, right? It's all our stories, all the suffering, all what we know is fact. And we keep saying it. Yes, we are the patriots that's out there, week in, week out, travelling up and down the breadth of this country. Yeah, trying to waken the public up to the real wrongs that's going on in this country. Yeah. We can only do so much. Financially, it's costly. Yeah. None of us get paid for doing this. We don't get a penny for doing this. Yeah. We do it out of passion. We do it out of our commitment to the causes that we fight for. The same way Tracy does. The same way Sharon does. We all do. Yeah. And like I said, right? Nothing will ever change until we all, including the vets, unite as one. We have to have a massive platform to get our voices listened to properly. It'll never be addressed by the government when they see 10 people stood in a field or stood outside number 10 or outside Westminster. Yeah. We need to be there in our hundreds. Yeah. We won't be pushed away. We will not be silenced. You can't silence people when they're in numbers. Fact. We all know that. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say to all the patriots out there, yeah. Yes, we all have different agendas. Yes, we all have different personalities. We all fight for our individual cases. Now it's time to come together as one and put the platform on where we can all stand on a stage, and all talk about everything over the whole scope and let this country know how bad this country is. We're not out to scaremonger people. If you want to know the facts, I'll tell you now, right? Google it. If you want to see how many vets kill themselves every year, Google it. If you want to see how many children get raped and abused in this country every single day, week after week, month after month, and year after year, Google it. If you want to know about forced adoption, how many children get took off their parents when they shouldn't be, Google it. Don't take our word for it. We're just a little part of this cog that wants the nation to wake up and realize exactly what's going on in this country. This country is corrupt, and it's all corrupt through Parliament. We need to drain the swamp, as Tracy says. And the only way that we can do that is to unite as one and stand together as one. And I know you're the same, Katie. This is why me and Katie's doing this, because we want to unite as one. We have united as one. We need more groups coming in. We need more people to join us. We need the public to listen to us. We're not lying. Google it. Learn your truth yourself.
We need to build networks. We've got one goal in the middle, and then groups linking individual ones and creating bigger ones. Everyone reaching out a hand and bringing more people onto your platforms, reaching out, joining other platforms, even if it is just to share your own content. You'll be waking more people up, and not just that, but you'll be encouraging and showing and promoting a new way of working, a new way of waking people up, and even better, a new way of building a community by networking.
It's like when me and Bobby do our demos, I've got over 500,000 supporters, and when I go to do my demo, and I've got about 8 or 9 people there, believe me, it hurts, So the people, I've said it, the people that support me, if you truly support me and Bobby, and you truly believe in what we're saying, and I love all the support that you give us. I love all the positive comments that you do. The same way Katie has it, the same way Tracy has it, Whenever we're stood there, I turn round to myself. And I know people have got different commitments, children, work, the whole lot, But you do sit there and go, where's my 500,000 supporters? Why are they not here? And don't get me wrong, it's hurtful, Sometimes you wake up and you think, I'm sorry about the language, Katie, but you turn around and go, why the fuck am I doing this? I'm banging my head off a wall, because nobody's listening. It's not nice, especially when you're opening your heart and your soul to the public, to try and get them to understand the truth. But I've always turned around to myself, I'm Bobby, and gone, we're not going to let anybody break us. Will I be doing this in 10 years' time? I hope not. I hope to God that we can get this sorted, that we can get our children protected, that we can stop forced adoption, we can stop the rape and abuse of children all over this country. And believe me, it's in everybody's interest to jump on this, because we're talking about your children's children. Do you want another 40 years of rape and abuse of children? do you want this country? This country is honestly turning into a third world country. The homeless, the people out there with mental health issues, yeah. And the reason why they're on the street is because, yes, they lost the flat, they lost the house, because they've got mental health issues. Yeah.
A lot as well. A lot of people on the street have ended up on the street because they've had the kids taken and all of a sudden they've lost everything.
Exactly. And whenever you lose everything, yeah, what does it give you to fight for? Nothing. All you want to do is curl up in a ball, yeah, and die. You don't want to live the life that you live because you've lost your children. They're the most precious thing in your life that are so close to you. Yeah. Once you lose that, it destroys your life. Yeah. And what happens to the children? Yeah. 10, 20 years down the line, your children are like us. They've been destroyed. Yeah. They've got mental health issues that aren't being addressed. And this is what's happened in society. It's gone on and on and on because it's allowed to. Yeah. And the only way that we can ever change that or ever get the answers and ever get to change anything is uniting together as one. Yeah. So I'm saying it to all the patriots out there. Yeah. And I've got lovely patriots out there that me and Bobby love so much. Katie, Tracy Blackwell, Tinky Joe, Sharon, yeah, Big John, yeah. We love you all so much, and you know we do, yeah. But now it's time to come together and make this fight even bigger than we already have it now. And we need to do that desperately because we can't win anything individually. Yeah. Nobody's going to listen to us when we're stood on a corner or we're camped in a field here or we're outside camping outside the doorstep. Yeah. Bigger in numbers, the more we get listened to. The stronger we are, the more nobody can push us over. And this is what needs to happen in this country. Yeah. United together is one.
100%. But lastly, before we stop the recording, what would you like to say to anyone if they're thinking about joining Unity for Our Children?
Do it. Join the group. Yep. Join all groups. Yeah. But right, when you join all groups, yeah, me and Katie's already discussed it. What we have to do is make a calendar. Yeah. We know it's financially. Katie's got her diary there. Yeah.
All ready to go.
Yeah. And what we'll do, yeah. All us patriots, we have our meetings, we have our demos up and down the country. Yeah. And sometimes demos crash and not many people will turn up to that demo because they're on that demo and this demo and that demo. So what we're going to do, right? We're going to write in key demos. Yeah. Where if we unite together as one, we have to be there on key demos as one. Yeah. It gives time. I know it's a time and money, but if we do it through a diary in key demos, then you're giving the people chance to arrange things, chance to get a bit of money together, and a chance to be there. And we have to get it sorted. We have to go through admin, where we can turn around and on key events. We can have 12 key events throughout a year. Yep. Everybody can keep doing their own demos. Yeah. When we talk about key demos, yeah, when we unite as one, everybody on the key demos that we need people to be there at, we've all got to be there. Yeah. And it's given time to people to get a bit of money together, to get the demo out there in the public and get more attention to it. And we can do that. Excuse me, if we all come together, and we need to start this now. So that's why we're doing, me and Kitty've done this, because it's so important now, yeah, for us to unite together as one. And I'm saying it to the vet community, to my brothers and sisters, yeah, come on and stand by us. We need you. I need you. Yeah, I fought beside you. Yeah, I was your brother. And the kids, please come, get together, unite together, and let's get this mess sorted out once and for all. Yeah, so please stand united with us. We stand united with you, but please come and do it. We need you so desperately. We all need each other desperately. Yeah, because we all fight for individual things, but we all fight for the same thing. And that's to make this country great again and put a government in power that's got the compassion and the love of the country and the love of the children and the love of the vets. Yeah, all this shit shouldn't be happening, but it is because of the shit government we've got now, right? Let's search them out, stand together, united as one, and let's make this nation great again for our children and our children's children. They need it. I want my legacy to be that I stood, whether I was alone or whether I was with millions. At least we fought to make this country great again for our children and our children's children. So please, join us. Let's stand united as one.
Thank you, Joe, for coming on with me. And for everyone that will eventually be watching this when it gets uploaded as well, if you've got any ideas for demos, campaigns, or protests or anything like that, then comment below and obviously share this everywhere as well. I need to try and remember to start getting people to do that. I'm going to start doing shout outs as well, try and encourage people to share more. So thank you for coming on, Joe.
Thank you, love. No problem.
Bye.